What's shaking, y'all? I am so excited to introduce my brand new book. Let's see if I can hold it in front of the camera now. Blended Learning with Google. Yes, I am super excited that this book is finally here. I have my hands on it. It is real. It is legit. And this book is your guide to dynamic teaching and learning, no matter where you teach. So if you are in a face-to-face classroom, if you are blended in a one-to-one environment, if you are remote, if you are fully online, if you're virtual, if you're hybrid, you can use the strategies in this book. So what I have done is I have taken the dynamic learning framework that was shared in my first book, Shake Up Learning, and we're going deeper. And I'm going to show you how you can use Google tools to support all of these dynamic learning strategies in your classroom. And there are some amazing things in this book. So first of all, I have to share with you these icons. So in the book, you will see chapter resources. I still can't hold this right. Chapter resources, missed opportunities, remote learning tips, pro tips, and references back to the Google A to Z glossary. So if you picked up a copy of that supplement, these go hand in hand. The other thing I want you to know is this is a 3-part book. So in part 1, we're going to talk about how to go beyond blended learning. It is time to shake things up, y'all. We have entered an unprecedented time in our world and definitely a huge opportunity to make great improvements in education. And I do believe that this is our time to make a difference and move from that old school static way of teaching to more dynamic learning. And Google tools will help us do that. If you happen to use other tools, don't worry. The skills translate as well, but y'all know I love Google. People always come to me with their Google questions, and there's just so much that we can do. Part 2 is going to take you into dynamic blended learning with Google. And that's where we're going to get into the strategies. I'm going to give you all of the do this, not that. And I'm also going to break down each characteristic. I'm going to show you how to make these things a reality in your classroom. So you're going to see all kinds of screenshots. You're going to see all kinds of free templates, lesson plans, ideas. Don't forget about those remote learning tips, the pro tips, which are my Google tips, the things that I love about making life easier for teachers. We're going to talk about how we can go beyond everything. We are going to break down the walls of our classroom, and we're going to do some amazing things. But I have to show you a few other things. We've got some templates. We're talking about storytelling, one of the most powerful strategies you can do in any grade level, in any subject area, as well as when we get into that implementation in part 3, we are going to look at some amazing lesson plans from some of my favorite teachers, which you will have access to. You'll be able to make a copy of their lesson plan and adapt it for your classroom. You'll be able to share your own in the database. And you know what? That is the most powerful thing. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you got from this book. This world has changed. So be sure that you pick up a copy of Blended Learning with Google. I'm not very good at holding this in front of the camera. Bye, y'all.